Mars meets his rival.
Welcome to Stargazers. I'm Dean Regas, astronomer from the Cincinnati Observatory.
And I'm James Albury, director of the Kika Silva Plot Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida. We always talk about Mars and Antares and how much they resemble each other. Well, next week, you'll get to see them right next to each other.
That's right, James. And on the night of Monday, September 29th, the waxing crescent moon will form an almost perfectly straight line with these two red celestial wonders. Let's show you.
Okay, we've got our skies set up for just after sunset anytime next week, facing west. Low in the western sky, you'll see the swiftest planet of them all, Mercury, lurking in the glow of the sun. As the days pass next week, you'll see the waxing crescent moon drift by Mercury on its way to a close encounter with the ringed planet Saturn.
On September 26th, a 2-day-old crescent moon will be up and to the left of Mercury. And the following day, September 27th, the moon will be just to the right of the jewel of the solar system, the planet Saturn. Our focus, though, is unavoidably drawn to two reddish lights in the sky. These lights are almost equal in brightness and color. Whatever could they be?
I'm glad you asked. Those would be the red planet Mars, named after the Roman god of war, and its stellar rival, the star Antares. Antares was partially named after the Greek god of war, Ares. Antares is a red supergiant star approximately 600 light-years away from us. The reddish color of this star is so striking that it actually rivals the reddish hue of Mars. Every 26 months, Antares and Mars are close enough to each other in the sky that it's sometimes difficult to tell the two apart.
But there's a trick to telling Mars from Antares. Let's show you. Although the planets and stars are objects you can see in the night sky, when their light enters our atmosphere, it behaves differently. When you look at a planet through a telescope, you actually see it as a disk, much like when you look at the moon through a telescope.
Stars, however, are much, much farther away than the planets. Even through a large telescope, they still appear as a tiny pinpoint of light. This tiny pinpoint of light is easily bounced around by the molecules of air in our atmosphere.
So if the air is even a little turbulent on the night you're observing, the stars will appear to shimmer and scintillate. This behavior is what inspired the song,
"Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are."
Conversely, if you were observing the stars from the moon, which doesn't have an atmosphere, the stars wouldn't twinkle.
Planets, on the other hand, because they're much closer and appear slightly larger than the stars, their light isn't as affected by turbulence in the air, and therefore they don't twinkle, unless they're very close to the horizon. So, to tell Mars and Antares apart, look for the one that isn't twinkling, and that will be the red planet Mars.
If you need a little extra help with finding Mars, the moon can help you on September 29th. All next week, Mars will be just above the star Antares. On the night of September 29th, the waxing crescent moon will be above Mars and its rival Antares, resulting in a nice Mars sandwich.
Think about this as you gaze at Mars and Antares next week. Since antiquity, Mars has been universally associated with gods of war, pestilence, and death. The planets were considered divine, and their peculiar movements were interpreted as messages from the gods expressing their pleasure or displeasure with the doings of mankind.
Every 26 months, when the Earth catches up to Mars, Mars brightens. The brightening of Mars reminded people of this celestial connection to war, and so they came to expect the heavenly unleashing of war, disasters, and death. Even the modern symbol for Mars is still the stylized Roman sword and shield.
Antares, by comparison, represents the heart of Scorpius the Scorpion, and, as its name implies, is hauntingly similar in appearance to Mars. Remember, Antares is a red supergiant star, and it's so large that you can take the entire inner solar system from Mercury out to the orbit of Mars and place it comfortably inside Antares with plenty of room to spare.
So get outside and look at both Mars and its rival as they share the sky together.
It's easy to do if you keep looking up.